Good morning. This is Dr. David A. Padgett. These are the instructions for GIS assignment 2, hometown geography map. And so I'm going to share my screen. And the screen, as you can see, is on the opening page. So you should follow along here. Go to assessment. I'll give you a couple minutes to catch up. Assessment, Dropbox, and should download the instructions. So we'll start with the instructions. Now, the first part of the instructions, most of you or some of you have already done, or you don't have to do this right now, but at some point you will have to get a Environmental Systems Research Institute ArcGIS public account. If you did, or if you're working on GIS assignment 1, you've already done that. So we're going to scroll past that. The plan is to get a draft map up today. That's the plan. Okay, we're going to go down to number 5. You will be assigned a group. Check. Each group must complete the hometown geography map spreadsheet provided. And so what you're going to do is I've set up some shared spreadsheets for you. And so here is, if you're in group 1, click here, boom. And you won't have access at first. I'm going to give you access now. Just wait a minute, just give a couple seconds. I'm going to open this up so that you can be editors. Just wait 1 second. I'm just going to make every one of these. Let's pause the record for a second. We don't need it. Okay, let's go to the instructions. So just follow along. Like I said, this is not a race. The first thing that you will do is fill out the first 2 fields only. Okay, that's your names, your group member's name goes into field A. A field is a column in a spreadsheet. So that's what that is. And then your hometown, city, and state. That's all we need to do for right now. Do not work ahead. This is not a race. Okay, so I'll just keep an eye on everybody. Here's group 2, here's group 4, here's group 3, here's group. Okay, I see y'all are in there. So you have editor's access. Be real careful not to delete, information. All right, that's fine. Let's see, it's group 5, 1. Group 2, try to get these in order. Yeah, your first and last name, and then your city and state. Yeah, see, I'm in group 2. Group 2 is good, just okay, good. Group 2's got it going here. Oh, man. Jesus. Okay, look at the screen. Group 2's got it going here. Okay, group 5, just need to add the state to Memphis. Okay, you see, it's just isn't that difficult. It's just filling out a spreadsheet. But just do the first 2 fields. And that's it. That's all you need to do for right now. Four, 5, 1. Shoot. Okay, so good. Looks like everybody's all your groups are successfully doing the first two. So here is group 5. They're doing a good job. Just need to add the states to those cities. That's all you have to do there. All right, group 4. It's got the names in so far. Let's see, group 3 is almost there. Okay, group 2. God. All right. Okay, the next step is to get the hometown city population. But wait, I know you're getting ready to Google. You can't do that. Who can put information on the internet? Anybody. So if you Google population of Memphis, you're going to get 5 or 6 different answers. So in order to do verifiable or what we call academic research, that's college level research, we have to have verifiable sources for our information. We can't just Google stuff. So we're going to go to the census site. Watch very carefully. We're going to go to the census site, and that is at census, www.census.gov. Boom. And so you'll come to the census site here. Give you a moment to get there. And in a couple moments, you just try to slide this across here. All right, so okay, watch very carefully. Here's how we're going to get our population data from the official US Census site. We're going to go to Explore Data, the Explore Data tab. Just hover over it, then float over to Explore Data Main. Click on Explore Data Main. Boom. Be a moment. After you click there, you just scroll down to where it says Quick Facts. I'll do this more than once. Go to click Quick Facts, click there. Eventually, you'll get to this page. Type in your city, your hometown city and state, or just a drop down should come up when you get halfway through. Now, be very careful. There are some cities, such as Smyrna. There's more than one Smyrna. Make sure it's Smyrna, Tennessee, not Smyrna, Georgia, or some other Smyrna. Get your city, click on it, and notice you'll get a column that has your city, and that number there, that's your city's population. Don't confuse it with this number, 331 million, so on and so forth. That's the entire US population. You just want this number here. Type that number in to the cell beside your city population, and you're good to go. So I will do that again, just in case. All right, let's walk through this again. You'll go to www.census.gov, Explore Data, hover over Explore Data, go to Explore Data Main, click on Explore Data Main, scroll down to Quick Facts, click on Quick Facts, type in your city name, make sure it's the city that's in your state, not some other city that has the same name. Click on it, type in that number that's at the top. That is your city's official population count from the US Census. And then just after that, just wait. Don't work ahead. Do not work. Trust me, you're gonna have all weekend to work on this. Okay, good. See, we're getting the hang of it, getting the hang of it. Just populating that spreadsheet. Okay, so for the next part of the instructions, we are going to get your the latitude and longitude for your landmark. So if you remember what that was from GIS assignment 1, you'll just type that latitude and longitude in the appropriate cells. If you don't remember, or if you haven't done it yet, I will go through those steps. So if you remember, we'll go to Google Maps. And then you simply type in your landmark. So mine was Coppin State University in Baltimore, Maryland. Then once you get to your landmark, don't hover over the label. If you hover over the label, notice what happens, it'll blow up. Just get somewhere in an open area close to your landmark within a reasonable distance. Right click, boom, and you'll get the latitude and longitude. Remember, latitude is the first number, longitude is the second number, negative number in the Western Hemisphere. Do not round these numbers off, okay? Do not round these numbers off. So just take that, type that into your latitude and longitude, and it's just that simple. Let's see where we are. We got, okay, group 1 has made a remarkable recovery. Okay, good. Okay, group 2 getting there. Let's see, group 3. Okay, we're getting there. Group 4. Okay, group 5. Okay, getting there. Kind of, sort of. Okay, so again, you want to go to Google Maps. Say we're here, Gmail, Google Maps. Type in the name of your landmark. Landmark pops up. Hover somewhere around the landmark. Right click, boom. Up pops latitude and longitude. This is in Google Maps, not in ArcGIS Online. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Well, we're getting there, we're getting there. Oh, so again, for average elevation, we're simply Googling name of your city, average elevation, and of course, we only want numbers in the number cell. Just like latitude and longitude, we didn't put north, west, north or west, north, south, east, or west for latitude and longitude. That's why we have the negative, the minus sign, which represents Western Hemisphere and Southern Hemisphere. And so therefore we don't have any characters in a number cell, so we can actually do calculations. All right, so it looks like group 5 is ready to go to the next step. Just hold it, just hold it. See, I knew that there would be some eager beavers. So just hold on. Even though Sterling, that is correct, Sterling, but just hold on. Just eager beavers. All right, so let's go to the next step since people are pushing ahead. So next is your North America physical regions map. And I have to help you with this a little bit because this map is not the best map in the world, and I apologize in advance. I've been trying to find a good one, but you know, it is what it is. So let's pull this map up. And so, okay, so I'll have to help you all out a little bit because this is not the best map in the world, but it is what it is. So who was that? Who was the eager beaver? Oh, Sterling said Atlanta is in the Piedmont region, which is correct. It's not obvious, but yeah, I would say that's so. Atlanta is in the Piedmont. Now, Memphis is going to be in the coastal plain, even though that is not exactly accurate. But let me see. Well, Memphis, you know what? Technically, Memphis is in the Mississippi Delta physical region, but that's not on this map. You know, technically it's in the Mississippi Delta region, but the Mississippi Delta region is somewhat, it's geomorphologically an extension of the coastal plain, but it's definitely not the interior highlands, and it's definitely not the Appalachian ranges, obviously not. So the next best thing is coastal plain, unless you just want to be technically correct. You can put Mississippi Delta, if that's what you want to do. Coastal plain, Mississippi Delta, whichever one you want. But I have to find a better map. Let's see, where else do we have? We've got like Nashville, Smyrna, Tennessee. That's going to be interior lowlands, even though it clearly doesn't look like that on this. Yes, it is. This map is not good. So it's obviously not the Appalachians. Clearly, we're not in the Appalachians here, right? We're obviously not in the coastal plain. We're not in the Piedmont, but Nashville is in a low-lying geomorphological terrain or area. So it'll be interior lowlands. Again, I apologize for the jacked up map. I think Beloit, Wisconsin is in interior lowlands. That's pretty straightforward. St. Louis, Missouri is no. St. Louis is not any. The interior highlands region speaks more to the Ozarks. You know, that's a kind of mountainous region. So yeah, I would say Great Plains, grasslands, close enough. Let's see, we've got Atlanta, Memphis, Beaumont, Texas. Beaumont, Texas, if in my expert opinion, is definitely coastal plain. I don't know how they got Great Plains, grasslands, and Beaumont, Texas, but pick one, either one. Let's see, New Orleans, also coastal plain. Chattanooga. Now, Chattanooga is definitely Appalachian. Little Rock, Arkansas, clearly interior highlands. What else do we have? Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham, Alabama, also Piedmont. Macon, Georgia, Piedmont. I think that's everybody. Yeah, apologize for the limited map here, but it is what it is. I got to find a better one. Okay, so let's see how we're doing here. Slide this over. And let's see, group one. Okay, Piedmont. Oh my, yeah. Okay, yeah, good. Group one's pretty. Yeah, St. Louis. Yep, that looks good so far. Group two, let's see, group three. See, we have perfectionist. Well, wait, Smyrna, Tennessee would be in the interior lowlands, not highlands. The interior highlands is more like Arkansas. Atlanta, Piedmont, New Orleans, Coastal Plain. Good job there. We're good. Let's see, group 4. Yep, Little Rock. I would say that Little Rock would be interior highlands, in my expert opinion. So you notice here's Little Rock, Arkansas. Here's Arkansas, and that's clearly interior highlands, not whatever. All right, and all right, so we're ready to move. Okay, I think you all are pretty much getting the hang of some of these. So I'm going to let you do, not now, but you can do field H. Pretty much you can figure that out. Field I, let me show you exactly how to get to that map. Field I, it says it's the North America vegetation map at Unit B reading assignment. So you go to the Unit B reading assignment under content. And here, and it's the North America vegetation map. And then the same thing, you just kind of look around, figure out which one of these vegetation regions is most closely associated with where your city is. You just kind of have to eyeball it. And also you have to pay attention to the names of each of these. Yeah, Monday. So you have temperate deciduous forest versus subtropical evergreen forest. And you just have to kind of eyeball where your city might be in here somewhere. So you don't have to do that right now. I'm just showing you where this map is. You don't have to do that now because there's other things that you have to show you. Now for the home, when we get into the textbook with hometown city US subregion, here's where you might have to let teamwork make the dream work, right? Because your textbook is here. So you'll go here and open up the textbook. And click here for your the textbook, and then let's see. So you're looking for figure 12.28. So that's obviously going to be in chapter 12, North America. So unit B covers North America. So this exercise kind of gets you into unit B. Go here, and then you will just have to I know there's an easier way, but let's get to chapter 12. looking for? Chapter 11. Okay, here's chapter 12, North America. And keep going. Keep going. So eventually you'll get to the sub-region map, which is figure 12.28, I believe. Figure 12.28. So you keep going until you get to, and there's figure 12.14. Okay, here's figure 12.41. I gotta go back. Oh no, 12.23. Figure 12.4. Damn it. Okay, here's figure 12.28. Same thing, you'll go to this map, navigate around. Now, in some cases, your cities are going to be in more than one sub-region. So, for instance, Nashville is in, well, they have Nashville and Appalachia and the South. Pick one. Beloit, Wisconsin is in the manufacturing belt and the Midwest. Pick one. You know, so you pick one. Excuse me? This is U.S. subregions. You don't have to do this right now. You know, this is, yeah, that's field J. Yeah, those you can do on your own. Yes. Yeah, you don't have to do that right now. You save something that you can do on your own. I want to do the more difficult things for you. Okay, so when we get to fields K, L, M, and N, you'll have to go to ArcGIS Online. So I wanted to absolutely show you that. Okay, so this is being recorded, so you can go back and look at it. Okay, so I just want to walk you through how to answer, how to complete fields K, L, M, and N, because you'll have to use the ArcGIS Online map. Okay, so field K is name of major hometown city surface water body within 100 miles of the landmark. Okay, so that's pretty simple. So if it was me, I would so first you go to your ArcGIS Online account, or somebody in the group, go to map. Okay, so then you remember whatever it was, you had go to your city, Baltimore, Maryland, boom. And then you'll remember how we went to our landmarks. So my landmark was Coppin State University. Boom. Okay, so now watch carefully. So the I just happen to know that the major surface water body I want to use is the Chesapeake Bay. Okay, so there it is. There's Coppin State University. So for field K, I would put Chesapeake Bay or Chattahoochee River or Mississippi River or whatever. whatever major body of water is closest to your landmark in your hometown. Now, how do I know it's within 100 miles? So now we'll have to use the measure tool to get the distance in miles from the landmark to the surface water body. And that's why I wanted to show you this specifically. So you'll go to the measure tool, go to change this to distance, find your landmark. And in some cases, you might have to just kind of estimate where it is. Click one time. Notice that little circle comes up, then just drag your distance. And it doesn't have to be exact, but here I know that the Chesapeake Bay is about 15 miles away from my landmark. Yes. I am on, this is how you would answer K and L. So first, K is just the name of a major surface water body within 100 miles of your hometown. For most of you, that all of that will be pretty easy. So for some, it would be obviously the Mississippi River. But then if you have different landmarks, you'll probably have a different distance to the Mississippi River from your landmark. So that'll differentiate people from the same city, but in the same group. Or if you're in Atlanta, you can have different, you can have Chattahoochee River, you could have Lake Lanier, whatever. You have several choices. Smyrna, Tennessee, there are several large lakes around you. Beloit, Wisconsin, Indianapolis, New Orleans, you got Lake Pontchartrain, you've got Mississippi River, Chattanooga, I guess Tennessee River, Little Rock, don't know, Macon, Georgia, who knows, Birmingham, find one. But let's use Macon, Georgia as an example. I'm just gonna let's see some, because the question is, I said within 100 miles. Of the landmark, right? Let's see, is Macon, Georgia, just period within 100 miles of the Atlantic Ocean? Is it yes or no? No, it isn't. I would have thought it was closer. Well, use whatever you want to use. Okay, so that is how you would answer K and L. Again, this is being recorded. For M, name of closest mountain range to hometown city. Now, that'll also ArcGIS Online. You probably will have to change the base map, because notice, I don't know, this base map, so no, you have to open up your ArcGIS Online account. I have that open. And then you go to do the distance, you go to the measure tool here, and then just click once and then measure the distance from your landmark to whatever body of water. Or in this case, I'm going to do the same thing for the mountain. I'm going to do the same thing for the mountain range. Yes. As major as it can be for wherever it is you happen to live. Like for Beloit, Wisconsin, Macon, Georgia, I have no idea. Whatever's major in Macon, Georgia. Like I said, for some of you, if you're from Memphis, New Orleans, that's going to be St. Louis, that's going to be fairly obvious. Atlanta, you have some choices. Chattanooga, I guess Tennessee River. All right. So notice I have the topographic map pulled up, and I'm looking for, so the topographic Base map is pretty good in terms of finding mountain ranges or mountains. And so there's the Catoctin Mountain, and here's the approximate location. So I would say the Catoctin Mountain is the closest mountain range to my landmark. Yeah, the easiest thing to do is to find your city and then change the base map. I'd say the best base map is topography. Topographic maps are maps of elevation, so you should have mountain ranges visible on there. You have to zoom in and out to see some of them, and you might be surprised at now, just because something is named Mount something, that doesn't mean it's a mountain. Okay, so just look for the texture area. So these are texture area symbols. There are three kinds of map symbols: point, line, and area. And this is a texture area symbol because it kind of looks like the texture of the mountain. So next, go to the measure tool, approximate, get the approximate location of your landmark. I know it's not going to be easy to do that. Then just use the measure tool, boom. So for me, it's about 47.6 miles from my landmark to the closest mountain range, which is the Catoctin Mountains. Of course, in that cell, you will only put the number of miles. No, don't put miles or whatever. Just no. And then last but certainly not least, the last field, field O, natural hazard. What is a natural hazard that might impact your city? That can be flooding, hurricanes, tornado, natural, not air pollution. Air pollution is human made. Lightning, what else? Well, those are big ones. Earthquakes. I don't know if anybody hears from. Well, yeah, we'll learn later on that some of your cities are in earthquake-prone regions, but we'll deal with that later on. Okay, so what we're going to do now, in a couple of minutes, we have to do this now. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to continue after you get the spreadsheet completely filled out. You'll do what I'm getting ready to demonstrate now. So, which is making your map. Okay, so you have ArcGIS Online open. And we're going to zoom out because we're from all over the place in here. Well, okay, let's see who has the most complete. Oh, we have. Oh, you just okay, so let's say your landmark is Overton Park, right? So let's say your landmark is Overton Park. Go to the measure tool, miles, click one time on Overton Park, boom, and just drag it in. Just get as close as you can. This is about 3.85 miles. Yeah, you just click it one time. Just go to measure, boom, miles. Once you have that pulled down, just click it once. And that little circle will come up, and then you just drag it across. It's like you gamers should be able to easily do this. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate to you how you're going to, let's see. Oh, so notice who is this? So group 1, yeah, you don't want to have a distance, it's depth, kilometers. Make sure all of your units are the same. Well, it should be in miles. We're in the United States, even though we don't. Oh, you have a tick mark here, group 1. That little, you need to get that out of there. Under average elevation. Yeah, that shouldn't be there. Everything else should be fine. Okay, let me see which one of these groups I'm going to use this for the demo. Okay, we have Eager Beaver Group 3, or there's Eager Beaver Group 4. Who's the most eagerest of the beavers? I guess I'm going to use group. Okay, so I'm going to just go through how you're going to create the map. This is going to be a draft. Okay, so listen carefully. Am I recording this? Yeah, so listen carefully. This is being recorded. So you go to File, Download. First, you're going to download it in Excel format. This is all in the instructions. I just want to demonstrate it for you. Okay, so now you have it downloaded to your hard drive in Excel format. Okay, that's step one. So I'm going to call this Group 2 Demo for demonstration. So first I'm going to save the spreadsheet. I'm going to download the spreadsheet as an Excel spreadsheet. That's step one. This is all in the instructions. Next, I'm going to go to, now that it's on my hard drive, and you have to download it to the hard drive. You can't operate in the virtual space. Go to File, Save As, and you're going to save it as a, see, it says Save As Type. We're going to save it as a CSV comma delimited file. That's the file format that the mapping program can read. Boom. Then we're going to hit save. It's going to give you a weird error message. Just don't worry about that. Okay, so now you have it saved as a CSV file. Go back to ArcGIS Online. Now it's easy peasy from here. One step, add, boom, add layer from file to DAO. Choose file, navigate to your CSV file, hit open, import layer, boom. And I'm gonna keep it with the names just so that you'll know whose city is whose, you know, in the legend. And so now you see that we have Group 2, you have your cities on the map there. And you know, I'm not, you know what to do immediately. Save it. I'm not going to save it. But if you notice your data, the data that you have just typed into the attribute table, when I click on Chase Medleys, these are Indianapolis, Indiana, city population, blah, 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 blah. Of course, this will all be completed when you fill out everything. Now, one of the things I'll probably ask you to do next week in their map demo is to change the symbology. So I'll go here, and here is what happens when we have number cells. We're able to actually look at data visually. And so I shouldn't have done that. But next week I'll ask you which city in your group has the highest elevation, and I'll do that because most people would never say Atlanta has a higher elevation than some of these other cities. But Atlanta actually has a relatively high elevation. Out here, if you have New Orleans, what do we get for New Orleans? Just curious. You know, that's the average elevation. But if you've ever been to New Orleans, most of New Orleans is below sea level. It's a really interesting place. If we were to go there and take a GPS receiver, you get negative values. Most of you, if you've been to New Orleans, when you're walking through the French Quarter, you can look up and the ships are actually higher than where you are. It's really interesting. Okay, so I just demonstrated how to get this thing done. You have till Monday. If you have any questions, you know what to do. Don't remain lost in the sauce. And I guess I will, since you all did such a good job, I will cheat you out of your last 2 minutes of education. Class dismissed. Again, if you have any questions, Good job. You all did better than all the other sections. Oh, have you created a